Hey, alright, back for part two. I'm still doing some indie books here. This is part two of my tribute to Mike the Comic Crypt of Castle Hills. Yeah, we're in the dead of winter, and a lot of the oldie but goodies, a lot of just the guys who've been making quality content for a while. I saw a video of Captain Silverage. It looked like it looked like he was like in his patio with 2 feet of snow. So yeah, if there's anything I could put out, any kind of just hey, look at some books, I'm all for it. Took a little time off from work, so I finally got this stuff bag and boarded the way I like it, labeled. So I can't say I've read these books, but I can tell you when they came out. So this next stuff is really near and dear to my heart. There was a whole period in probably 98 to 95 when I wasn't reading superhero comics that weren't by Frank Miller. I was buying a lot of indie stuff. I was sowing my wild oats, looking at like I need a haircut. Slave labor graphics. I was reading, like Terry Moore stuff. For some reason, I just okay. I lie. I was buying that Jim Lee Hush series, but that was an exception. But yeah, these SLG comics like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Squee and Lenore, they were what I cared about. And around that time, some of the other guys that were doing worthwhile stuff would be guys like, other than Roman Dirge, you had Jamie Smart. He did an amazing book called Bear in the early 2000s, but this is Ubu Boo Boo #1 from February of 2008. Oh man, I'm a little sniffly. I'm gonna try to get vaccinated this Friday. I'm just gonna keep tackling things little by little, getting over my fears of having to do stuff again. Excuse me one second. Alright. This one is to Mike G, the one guy I know who wasn't afraid, and this was on his old channel, to put up a video of Wonder Woman full frontal. To you, Mike. That stuff is rough. It doesn't go with Coke, it doesn't go with ginger ale, and it doesn't go with human DNA, so. Ooh boo boo boo. This is. Which one is this? I'm assuming it's book 2. So here we go. Here we go with book 3. These covers aren't much to look at. Take my word for it. It's your zany, cartoony, borderline gothy SLG artwork of its day. You can almost characterize it as outlaw comic art just because it's so busy, but it's comedic, so I don't know. I don't know if you want to misspeak and call it that. #4 from March of 2009. I'll be right back. I promise I won't have another shot. I'll be right back, though. Alright. How's that for a drinking game? Every time someone brings up Comic Crypt of Castle Hills, you take a shot. Now, this is a book that I know my good friend PGH Zombie in Pennsylvania will appreciate. This is Jaguar God #1 from March of 95. You got Glenn Danzig writing, Frazetta on the cover, and Frank Turin. And there, there is some art in here that would make Dan Mendoza blush. I kid you not. It is off the hook, man. You can't even demonstrate how much they went for it. I'm glad they did, because there's so many artists that are forced to conform that it's nice that that stuff went for it. This is just another Jamie Smart thing. Space Raoul. Excuse me again. I'm gonna go take my allergy medicine. I think it's about time. Yeah, it's that time of the day. I'll be right back. Can't do any more of the Jameson. I kid you not. If horses wore pants, this would be the stuff they use to get out their skid marks. Cause, anyway, can't do another shot of that. But I do need my Claritin, so to the comic crypt. All right. 7 minutes into part 2. Excuse me. Many regretti. All right, so this is not polybagged as it should be, but this is Stefan Platt's first published work. This made the Wizard top 10 list around 1994. This is Agent 30, Volume 1, one and only volume, number 1, from Galaxy Novels. It's a pretty cool story. I've read it a couple of times. On one side, you'll have some well-spaced out text, and the other side you'll have this Samus Aran-like warrior lady in space armor with the blaster. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is Platt before Prophet, before Moon Knight, before Cable, before Supreme, before Rob Liefeld bought him a car, all that good stuff. It's awesome though. I mean, you could already see it if you look close enough. It's in there. Oh, 1 second. All right, so continuing on with, I mean, this is small press. It's not indie by any stretch. IDW. But I thought this was cool. Ellen Roberts' Killology #1 from October 2012. I know Hans, Captain Strangelife, met this man at a cigar aficionado expo. That's right, Stogies. That's Frank Vincent as, what does it say? Sally Snowcones. So this is Phil Leotardo, Billy Batts, Frank Vincent, you know, one of Marty's guys, and kind of the ultimate adversary to Tony Soprano when it was all said and done. It's a zombie story this guy Alan Robert did. Here's book 4 from April 2013. I mean, it's good stuff. It's I like comics that read like an independent film. If I made comics, which I still want to do, they would look really low budget. And this is kind of cool stuff. And the caricature, well, I wouldn't say caricature. The resemblance that Alan Robert gets is pretty cool. So I think this book comes up a lot on comic book kayfabe. Unfortunately, I only have book 2. Whoa, just sobered up like that. You ever been like bear maced in the moment you realize it's no longer bothering you and it's like an epiphany, like, whoa, I'm back online? No. So Armature, Steve Oliff, he colored Spawn with his company Oli Optics in the 90s. He did this book under his own label in 97, and it's book 2. I had a chance to get book 1. I was putting together a Lone Star comic basket, I was checking out, and at the last second I forgot to get it. And they only did 2 books, and the sad thing is, it's a beautiful book, and they even advertise or allude to issue 3 at the end of this. But it's a really nice comic book, and I mean, the guy who colored it revolutionized comic coloring in the 90s, but for whatever reason stopped at book 2, which is kind of a shame. But I mean, I never blame anyone for a false start. If they took a shot and for whatever reason they didn't follow through, it only adds to the mystery that there's only 2 of those. I'd still like to get book 1, but the next time I'm at mycomicshot.com, on eBay, whatever it might be, I'll just throw it in there because it looks like a kind of a cool read. All right. Well, it wouldn't be a tribute to Comic Crypt if we didn't finish this damn thing off. It's alright. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't have to be anywhere. And as long as this this temporary cap, they didn't even give me a temporary. They gave me a root canal and they just put some Bondo over it and sent me on my merry way. But hopefully it doesn't melt. Alright. To my graph. And what dreams may come. Oh God. They say they triple mellow it. Tastes like they took the mellow out of it. Okay. So this is really frustrating, this next part of the video, because I believe it was Wizard 47, whichever one has the Simon Bisley Judge Dredd on it. I learned about Trent Kanuga, and ever since then I've been the huge Trent Kanuga fan that I am to this very day. Obsessed with Creed. Always just, bought the books whenever I saw them. And all those Holly Hero guys, Van Sciver, Matt Martin, Kanuga, I thought, man, here were these guys in their teens making comics in the mid-90s. And those books are hot again. Cyberfrog's hot. Snowman's hot. Creed is hot. I know. Not Creed from The Office, not Creed the band, not Assassin's Creed. Mark Farley Creed is hot. So, naturally, I wanted to try and buy some books I didn't have before it was too late. So I did manage to get the Avatar issue 1, Still a cool 90s foil. This is Creed Use Your Delusion from January 98. Collector's foil edition. And I chalk it up as a cool cover. I'm trying not to see it as too little too late. It's cool as hell. I don't know, this guy, I mean, I grew up the 90s with all the kids in my school thought it was so cool to be like graffiti artists, taggers, and Trent just had that style, you know? It was so fat. And it's to this very day, it's just, I mean, his line work. He was kind of doing this mock Kevin Eastman, Todd McFarlane, but it's just so tight, you know? This one's cool. And I'm really happy. I bought some of the... it's not original art, but it's... what do they call it? Acetate art. So Trent's colorist, Jamie Hood, would do this really cool airbrushing process, and they do an overlay, like almost like an animation cell, and they'd go over it. The process was called acetate, and I got some of the original Jamie Hood colored pages from issue 3. I'll share them sometime. They're an anomaly. They're really hard to explain. I bought them all at once, and I love them. But the seller had them up for 3 years, and that gives you an idea of just how difficult they are to market. Okay, I will be back with hopefully the third and final video. We'll see where it takes us. I got more indie. I got all indie. Yeah, we kind of shot the mainstream wad there early on. No DC, but cool stuff to follow. God, I wish I could post-state my uploads. Anyway, I got one more coming, maybe 2 more. Yeah, I'm done with that. All right, let's do the third video, and I'll be right back. And I promise it'll be some stuff near and dear to my heart, because I couldn't believe what I found on eBay, and how hard it was to get, and how many hurdles I had to jump, and how much needless money had to be spent in the name of dealing with sellers who send you the wrong stuff, and then you end up having to buy the right stuff. Alright, I'll be back.